Welcome to a long-awaited showdown. You don't have to be a fan of either team to appreciate the matchup of these two elite quarterbacks. Both guys hoping to use this big stage and display their supremacy. Welcome to College Station, Texas, and Kyle Field, the legendary home of the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Florida Gators, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. The Aggies will kick it away to get this game going. That one goes out of bounds, a less than ideal beginning to this game. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down, looking to throw the ball. Running out of time in the pocket. Aggressive call on the opening play. Catch made at the 20 and the deep shot. Big gain. Finally brought down to the 12. An explosive play puts him in great scoring position. We have an absolute lightning strike on the first play from scrimmage here.
How about that? Right out of the gate, they're going for the big play, and they hit it. What a way to jumpstart this offense.
Here we go. That huge, explosive play has set the offense up in the red zone. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. Both these teams show as they're eager to prove a point. Here we are mid-season. They both earned their spot in the rankings, but we expect a tight, competitive battle today.
Well, that's the beauty of these top 25 matchups in the middle of the year. A little bit of a better handle on who these teams are. Love the fact we get these two teams on the field. May the better team win, and hopefully it's a close one all the way to the end. Boy, this defense is stepping up here early in this game, really controlling the line of scrimmage. Just nowhere to go on this last play. And now we've got a 3rd down, a big opportunity for this defense to get off the field.
Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida.
Boy, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver on this post pattern, a thing of beauty. Great throw by the quarterback coming off that back foot, and the receiver could not have run a better route.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. It's Moffitt. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he'd left that one in the end zone. Handoff from the shotgun. It's a fumble behind the line. Looks like the defense has it for a takeaway.
Boy, the first carry of the game, and it ends with a fumble. Chris, you and I know this staff. We might see the backup get some reps on the next drive.
And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Gonna run it. It's Estrada. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They'll run the option. And they'll give it to the back. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Well, hey, it didn't go for a touchdown, but this is great execution. Knew exactly what they needed to do. First down, move the sticks.
The Gators trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
I love that this defense is... fighting and still attacking. They're defending a 1st and goal play, and instead of just laying down and letting the offense score, no, they're not backing down. They get penetration, come up with a tackle for a loss.
Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Oh, he cannot quite hold on down there in the end zone. Would have been a great pick. Instead, the 3rd down play coming up.
Well, if nobody's open, you can't risk the possession like this. Tossing it into coverage in the end zone, that's a good way to earn a spot on the bench.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. On 3rd and goal, he's going to try to throw for it. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
Boy, how about this defense? What a job there on 3rd down. Backed up close to their own goal line, come up with a huge sack on 3rd down, and force a field goal.
Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 7-point lead.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal in 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. Well, the first job here, just hold on to the football. The last drive ended in that fumble. Now test the middle and get stuck. That is just not open for business today.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
So they get nothing in the 1st down run. Brings up 2nd and 10 from their own 20. And the back now goes in motion. 2nd down, looking to throw it. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down? Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's reeled in. It's Moffitt. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, I don't mind the quarterback making this throw. He found the open receiver. Really would have loved to seen a little bit more effort by this wide receiver to get to that 1st down marker. Instead, we got a 4th down decision.
He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And the Florida offense retakes the field. The last drive was a little demoralizing. They stalled and then missed a field goal. Testing the right side here. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. They'll try and run it. And here's the running back. Breaks free. Now here he goes. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
And it's going to be incomplete. Defense had a great chance for the pick. Couldn't come up with it.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Pass caught. Can he get in? Run down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
And this defense is doing a really good job here. They're giving up some completions, but the important thing is they're making tackles and keeping this offense out of the end zone. Force them to be able to execute to get this touchdown.
The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. A mental error by the defense sets the offense up closer now. First and goal. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He had all day back there before throwing the strike. Touchdown, Gators. So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Using his legs, it's Moffitt. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Offense comes up second and 8. That running game not producing much on the first down play. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. It's an out route. The catch made. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
New center down to the offense, first and 10. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. First down, looking to throw the football. Running back grabs it on a screen. And he never had a chance, tackled in the backfield. Brings up second down. And Florida has the lead, Kirk, as we break for the quarter. And as we reach the end of one, the lead is starting to mount. Let's take a quick look at the first quarter stats before we move on. We'll see if this game gets out of hand before halftime, the crucial second quarter beginning right now. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Looking deep to the right side. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
Well, anytime you defend this kind of offense, you need defensive backs who are really comfortable in defending the ball being thrown downfield. It's not just the short to intermediate throws. It's the deep shots that they're willing to take. I love how he showed patience here before he knocked the ball away.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Quick throw to his receiver. And this pass is caught. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
This offense trying to get going has put together a positive drive here in the second quarter. Looking to throw it again. Lets it go quickly. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 25.
Well, the option keeper here for a big game for this Texas A&M quarterback. And reminiscent of a guy like Johnny Manziel, who could do so much damage when he played for Texas A&M. But they've had others going back to Bucky Richardson and how about Reggie McNeil. Great history and tradition at College Station with those athletic quarterbacks.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. And the Aggies are in the red zone. Send the back in motion. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Caught over the middle. He'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Screen to the wide receiver. Touchdown, Texas A&M. A great catch and run for 6. For you, big quarterback, how about appreciating a receiver that runs his routes that precisely?
Chris, it's not just his route running. It's the chemistry between the quarterback and the receiver that really, I think, is unique. They put so much time into this in the offseason. By the time they get to Saturdays, you can close your eyes and make your throw. That's exactly what we saw right there.
He'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. The Gators offense retakes the field. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Pressure is coming. Just gets it away. It's a deep ball. Oh, that one's picked off. He could go. They finally tackle him, but an excellent return after the pick.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in front of it, and makes the pick.
The offense gifted with great starting field position for this drive. Grab behind the line. It's Moffitt. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Grab down the middle. It's Moffitt. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
The Aggies will line up here on 1st down and goal. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
So just 1 for 3 in red zone trips so far. They come up on 2nd and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Grab behind the line. It's Moffitt. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
Hey, the windows are so tight on these throws for this quarterback. Positive yards are a good thing here. Now it's 3rd and goal, getting so much closer to punching it in.
That play sets up a 3rd and goal from the 5 now. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Caught behind the line. It's Moffitt. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you got 3rd down. The offense has the advantage here on 3rd down to be able to get the ball downfield. They make the completion, but this defense is just flying around. They make the catch, but they have nowhere to go after.
It's 4th and goal from the 5, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
So they pass on the chip shot field goal. They're going to go for it. 4th and goal from the 5. Looking to throw again. Launching one to the end zone. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge 4th down stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that 1st down marker is and run that route a yard or 2 beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the 1st down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop. The offense pinned back. Moves out of the pocket. Finding space at the 20. That picks up a 1st down. They'll spot it at the 39.
Huge chunk play here by the quarterback, keeping the ball himself, rips off some nice yards. And my question is, Chris, where's the defense? Where's the pursuit? This guy has the ability to hurt you and hurt you in a big way with his legs. The defense may be underestimating the speed that he has.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Has the 1st down and more. Tackle made after a big gain all the way to the 36.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Gators with 1st and 10 here. They'll try the option play here. The back's got to run a pitch. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Offense in a split backfield now. The RPO caught to the right. And the gain just good enough for a 1st down.
Well, Chris, with this style of RPO, the quarterback has to do a really good job of staying on that ride with the running back to make sure that the defense is really up against the run before he can pull it out and throw the football. Here, it's a little...
Looking for the end zone, has a lane. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
Texas A&M.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's going to take a shot down the left side. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
First down now at the 49. One huge play has got this offense out near midfield and threatening. Back in motion now. Fires it to the wideout. He makes the grab. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Oh, it's a double pass. Throws it too far over everyone's head and incomplete.
The defense has got to do a better job of communicating. That is a wide-open receiver. They catch a break by an errant throw by the quarterback.
Second down after the incompletion. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Back to throw again. Here's a quick screen to the receiver. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Great job here by this defense on the wide receiver screen. All that receiver's looking for is just a small little seam to be able to get vertical and show what kind of speed he has. The defense did not let him get started. That's good hustle and a nice play.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Caught in the backfield. It's Moffitt.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
And the Aggies will come to the line on fourth down, looking to convert. Trying for a fourth down completion. Short connection to the tight end here. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
That's why you practice and work on these routes. When you get to a fourth down, you trust the receiver to run not only a good route, but know exactly where he needs to go to be able to get the distance for that first down.
Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looking to pass here on second down. Looking downfield near the end zone. Oh, and he can't hang on. Wow, would have been a touchdown. Got to shake that off now. It's third down coming up.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
He got it. The field goal's good.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Gators will kick it off to begin the second half. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed, on the move. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Aggies. He just sprints into the end zone.
Of all the skilled players on the field, I think this guy might be as gifted as anybody. What a great demonstration of instincts and just raw speed. Once he got into the open field, nobody was going to catch him.
Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Picks up the first, looking for more. Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
He's brought down at the 38, and that's good enough for a first down.
The Gators will line up on 1st and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Nothing doing in that play. The big D tackle there for the stop.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Second down after that previous play. And he dumps it off to the tight end. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Here's a screen pass to the running back. He's found some room at the 45. They make the stop, but it's a big play to the 31.
Chris, as this play was unfolding, the only thing I wanted to know was he going to get the ball over the defense to the running back. Once the back caught the ball, look out. Big yards ahead.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Receiver in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Headed for the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. No chance to catch him there.
Well, another touchdown pass for this quarterback. Multiple scores on the day. He is in total control of this offense right now, and the defense just doesn't have an answer.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 12-point lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. Comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. It's hard to win these games just kicking field goals. They need to find the end zone here, some urgency. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take a lead in this game at some point.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. Second down and 11. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. They look to throw it here on second down. Contact as he threw it. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Tackled right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
Huge gain here by Texas A&M on a perfectly thrown ball and a great play by the wide receiver on the back end. These Texas A&M receivers can hurt you with their speed and execution when they get the ball thrown downfield.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Ball handed off. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented. And
it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
And the Florida offense retakes the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. The pre-snap motion from the offense. That's a stop behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him for a 3-yard loss. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not much of a return, but the important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Finds an open target on the left side. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. The Aggies hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Movement here from the tight end. Second down, we're going to throw it. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Short pass finds the tight end. And they get the conversion there. First down now from the 33.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Under pressure, just lets it go. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws this football, and it falls incomplete.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking to chuck it again. The pocket breaking down. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch made by the tight end. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Catch made on the left side. 4 set of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handle. And it really tests them.
It's a fumble short of the goal line. Recovered by the defense, and they're on the move. They get him down after a short return, but a turnover created by this defense. Big moment.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
So the drive begins with the offense backed up at the 2-yard line. Here comes a handoff. Can't get out past the 2, but at least they stay out of the end zone.
An excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Makes the catch downfield. And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Florida.
This receiver is putting on a show today. That is 3 trips to the end zone already. And based on how this defense is playing against him, this may not be the last time we see him in the end zone today.
Extra point up and good. A 19-point lead now here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out. It's It's Moffitt. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. Last possession, they fumbled it away, and it set up a touchdown drive. Can they bounce back from that right away? First play of the drive, they come out throwing. He's running out of time here. He's got a first down and more. Breaking free at the 35. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Gain moves the ball to the 37. Another first down. The pass rush closing in. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. And the Aggies will crank up the tempo.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
The running back sneaks out there. He is a difficult matchup for this defense in the passing game.
Man, it is so tough to match up in man-to-man coverage against a back like this. You catch the ball like a receiver. It's something you work on all week, and you know about it. You're aware of it, but it's one thing to be aware of it, and another thing to go out and execute it and try to stay with him in man coverage. Very tough to do.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Snags a good throw. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
Well, trailing in the game like this, the offense really needed this conversion, and they got it. Let's see if they can build on some momentum after that.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure, just got it away.
Yeah, Chris, he got hit right as he released the ball. Very fortunate that ball's not picked off. And the bottom line is that they can't give this quarterback more time in the pocket. They have no chance of thinking about trying to come back.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. This time it's complete. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. 6th play of the drive coming up. Looking to throw yet again. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
It's just so hard in these late game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Quick pass, the catch is made. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
We'll try to run it with the option. He'll pitch it. First down and more. He's still running. Breaks it in the clear. Tackled, but not before picking up big yards and a first down. Defense couldn't stop the option that time.
What a run and a pickup for this offense. This all starts with a great read by the quarterback. Saw the defender coming in, just knew this was not the time to keep it, and he does a good job of getting it to one of his playmakers, and boy, does he make a big play.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Makes a nice move there. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, And he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 7. Quarterback drops back, bringing pressure. And the pass is incomplete.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Touchdown, Gators. And the route is on.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moffitt. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking for the wide out. Catch is made down the middle. And that will pick up a 1st down. They'll spot it at 38.
Well, it's hard to be in man coverage when the quarterback has this kind of time to be able to navigate and find the open man. He finds his receiver pulling away from that defender, makes a nice throw and a 1st down.
Looking deep downfield to the left. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime, get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the 4th quarter. You don't want to give up the big play, force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
Great start to the drive, but now back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a 1st down. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. 4th down. He's throwing for it. And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
I love the aggressive nature here by this defense on this 4th down. The offense is going for it, and instead of sitting back, they decide to attack that offensive front. They get after him with a lot of bodies, and they're able to come up with that sack.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, when they called that one in, I doubt they thought it was going to go backwards like it did. Normally, you can get a few out of these option plays, but they got nothing here.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. They're going to run the option. Oh, and it's fumbled. The lateral goes wrong. Challenging spot for the offense. It's 3rd down and long from the 45. Play action fake, looking to throw. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is trying to do anything they can to get back in the game. The fact this offense is still throwing the ball, who knows, maybe a tip pass, maybe an interception, anything they can do to get the ball back.
They'll kick it away here. And he's going to get run out of bounds after a small pickup on the return. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking deep for late-game heroics. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on 1st down.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
They'll run it from the gun. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
Tackle made after a solid gain to spot the ball at the 34.
Well, you wonder if the receiver adjusted his route to get closer to that 1st down line. Whatever he did, it works. Move the sticks.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
You know, it's a nice completion, but it's kind of another short gain. The defense is keeping everything in front. I think the offensive coordinator's got to find a way to take some vertical shots to get some chunk plays.
2nd down play coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Looking for a late deep shot. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
They fail to connect downfield again, and time is a major factor now here in the 4th quarter with the deficit being this big. Just not much working for this offense today.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Boy, Chris, it has been tough sledding today for the old man under center. At this point, you just hope he's able to get out of this game healthy.
4th down, the offense will go for it. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Needs a completion here on 4th down. He's got it, and that is enough for a 1st down. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, but that's just going to be too little, too late.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the 1st down.
It's a quick grab. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. And the offense will spend a timeout to stop the clock. 21 seconds remaining.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. And he'll set up to throw. Looking for 6. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Boy, great job here of finding him again. That's his 2nd touchdown reception of this football game.
Point after, not right through. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. It's an option look. Offense will keep it on the ground here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. This is an impressive performance. They played a good football team here today, Kirk, but they just dragged them behind the wood.